Welcome to InfinityCast, the show that looks at the science shaping our world. I'm your host, Elion Quanta. Today, we're getting a taste of the future, quite literally. We're talking about food science, from the molecules that create flavor to the innovations feeding our planet sustainably. And joining me to break it all down is the ever-analytical June Halden. Welcome, June.
Thanks for having me, Elion. It's a topic that affects every single one of us every single day. We often think of food as art or tradition, but beneath it all, it's a world of complex chemistry and biology.
Exactly. So let's start there. When we talk about taste, most of us think of the five basics: sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and umami. But it's so much more than that, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Those are just the signals from our tongue. The perception of flavor is a multisensory experience that happens in the brain. It's a synthesis of taste, aroma, and texture, what food scientists call mouthfeel. Even the sound food makes, like the crunch of a crisp apple, plays a crucial role. It's a full-body symphony.
And understanding that symphony at a molecular level is what unlocks some incredible innovations. This brings us to fields like molecular gastronomy.
Right. Molecular gastronomy sounds intimidating, but the principle is simple. Understand the physical and chemical transformations of ingredients during cooking. It's about asking why a sauce thickens or how a meringue forms. By understanding that, chefs can deconstruct and reconstruct food in completely new ways.
So we get things like olive oil, caviar, or hot and cold foams. It's not just a culinary trick, it's applied science on a plate.
Precisely. It's about manipulating textures and sensations to create a novel experience from a familiar flavor. It's a perfect example of how analyzing the how and why of food leads to creativity.
But this deep scientific understanding isn't just for Michelin star restaurant. It's being applied to one of humanity's biggest challenges, creating a sustainable food system. How is food science tackling that?
This is where it gets really exciting. A major focus is on alternative proteins. Traditional livestock farming has a huge environmental footprint, so scientists are engineering plant-based meats that are becoming astonishingly similar to the real thing. They analyze the specific molecules, like heme, that give meat its characteristic savory flavor and texture, and then find ways to replicate them using plant sources.
And beyond plant-based options, we have the next frontier: cultivated or lab-grown meat, and, of course, the one that makes some people squirm, insect protein. How viable are these?
Cultivated meat is incredibly promising. It involves growing real animal cells in a bioreactor, so it's biologically identical to meat from an animal, but without the farm. The main hurdle right now is cost and scaling up production. As for insects, the barrier is mostly cultural in the West. From a nutritional and environmental standpoint, they're a powerhouse, rich in protein and minerals, with a tiny fraction of the land and water use of beef.
So whether it's understanding the exact sensation of a raspberry dissolving on the tongue or growing a steak in a sterile lab, food science is fundamentally rewriting our relationship with what we eat.
It is. The ultimate goal is a food system that's resilient, sustainable, and importantly, doesn't sacrifice pleasure. The future of food will be a blend of ancient traditions, bold science, and a deep appreciation for deliciousness.
A delicious and sustainable future. A perfect place to leave it. June, thanks so much for your insights today.
My pleasure, Elion.
That's all the time we have for today on InfinityCast. Join us next time as we continue to explore the frontiers of science and technology.